Om Namo Narayanaya, dear sisters, brothers, and loving children. Om Sri Ramaya Namaha. Salutations to Lord Ram, the bestower of happiness, inner peace, and balance. It brings me immense joy on behalf of the officials of the Ramakrishna Center of South Africa, Johannesburg Sub-Center, to extend a very warm and cordial welcome to each of you to today's online program as we celebrate the auspicious occasion of Ramayana Week. Swami Vivekananda described Lord Rama as the ancient idol of the heroic ages, the embodiment of truth, of morality, the ideal son, the ideal husband, the ideal father, and above all, the ideal king. The Johannesburg Sub-Center has been actively providing COVID-19 welfare services to indigent families, hospices, and needy homes since the commencement of South Africa's national lockdown. Over the past 22 months, the Johannesburg Sub-Center has provided in excess of 35 tons of food items, consumables, fruit and vegetables, cleaning chemicals for sanitization, and masks, as well as various other items to impacted communities in Gauteng and in KwaZulu-Natal. In addition, the Johannesburg Sub-Center has embarked on a milestone project to build an ashrama complex in the name of our Master, Sri Ramakrishna. And we feel blessed to announce that by our Master's grace, we have received communication from the Johannesburg municipality that our rezoning application has been approved. With your kind and humble support, we intend on breaking ground on this milestone project in October this year. We humbly appeal to all our devotees, well-wishers, donors, and sponsors for your support as we take our next step in this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of building an ashrama. If you would like to donate or participate by offering your skills in any of these activities, please send us a message with your email address and contact number in the live chat, or by emailing the Johannesburg Sub-Center on johannesburg@ramakrishna-phoenix.org.za. We will now commence with today's program.
Om Shanti. कालात्मक परमेश्वर राम, शुद्ध ब्रह्म परात्पर राम, कालात्मक परमेश्वर राम, शेषतल्प सुख निद्रित राम, ब्रह्माद्यमर प्रादित राम, चंड किरण कुल मंडन राम, श्रीमद् दशरथ नंदन राम, कौशल्या सुख वर्धन राम, विश्वामित्र प्रियधन राम, घोरताटक घातक राम, मारीचादि निपातक राम, कौशिक मख संरक्षक राम, श्रीमदहल्योद्धारक राम, गौतम मुनि संपूजित राम, सुर मुनि वरगण संस्तुत राम, नाविक धावित मृदुपद राम, मिथिलापुर जन मोहक राम, विदेह मानस रंजक राम, त्र्यंबक कार्मुक भंजक राम, सीतार्पित वर मालिक राम, कृत वैवाहिक कौतुक राम, भार्गव दर्द विनाशक राम, श्रीमदयोध्या पालक राम, शुद्ध ब्रह्म परात्पर राम, कालात्मक परमेश्वर राम। अगणित गुणगण भूषित राम, अवनीत दया कामित राम, रागा चंद्र समानन राम, विधिवाक्याश्रित कानन राम, प्रिय गुह विनिवेदित पद राम, तत्कालित निज मृदु पद राम, भरद्वाज मुखानंदक राम, चित्रकूटाद्रिनिकेतन राम, दशरथ संतत चिंतित राम, कैकेयी तनयार्दित राम, विरचित निज पितृकर्म राम, भरतार्पित निज पादुक राम, शुद्ध ब्रह्म परात्पर राम, कालात्मक परमेश्वर राम। दंडक वन जन पावन राम, दुष्ट विराध विनाशन राम, शरभंग सुतीक्ष्ण अर्चित राम, अगस्त्यानुग्रह वर्धित राम, गृध्राधिप संसेवित राम, पंचवटी तट सुस्थित राम, शूर्पणखार्ति विधायक राम, खरदूषण मुख शोधक राम, सीता प्रिय हरिणानुग राम, मारीचार्तिक कृदाशुकरां विनष्टसीतान्वेषकरां गृध्राधिपगतिदायकरां शबरीदत्तफलाशनरां तबन्धबाहुच्छेदनरां हनुमत्सेवितनिजपदरां नतशुग्रीवाभीष्टदरां गर्वितबालिसंहारकरां वानरदूतप्रेषकरां हितकरलक्ष्मणसंयुतरां कपिवरसन्ततसंस्मृतरां तद्गतिविघ्नध्वंसकरां सीताप्राणाधारकरां दुष्टदशाननदूषितरां शिष्टहनुमद्भूषितरां सीतावेदितककवनरां कृतचूडामणिदर्शनरां कपिवरवचनाश्वासितरां रावणनिधनप्रस्थितरां वानरसैन्यसमावृतरां शोषितशरीरेशार्थितरां विभीषणाभयदायकरां पार्वतसेतुनिबन्धकरां कुम्भकर्णशिरश्छेदकरां राक्षससङ्घविमर्दकरां महिमहिरावणचारणरां संहृतदशमुखरावणरां विधिभवमुखसुरसंस्तुतरां आस्थितदशरथभीक्षितरां सीतादर्शनमोदितरां अभिषिक्तविभीषणनतरां पुष्पप्रयाणारोहणरां भरद्वाजाभिनिषेवनरां भरतप्राणप्रियकररां साकेतपुरीभूषणरां सकलश्रियसमानतरां रत्नलसत्पीठास्थितरां पट्टाभिषेकालङ्कृतरां पार्थिवकुलसम्मानितरां विभीषणार्पितरङ्गकरां ईशकुलानुग्रहकररां सकलजीवसंरक्षकरां समस्तलोकाधारकरां शुद्धब्रह्मपरात्पररां कालात्मकपरमेश्वररां आगतमुनिगणसंस्तुतरां विश्रुतदशकण्ठोद्भवरां सीतालिङ्गननिर्भितरां नीतिसुरक्षितजनपदरां विपिनत्यादितजनकजरां कारितलग्नासुरवधरां स्वर्गतशम्भुकसंस्तुतरां स्वतनयकुशलवनन्दितरां अश्वमेधक्रतुदीक्षितरां कालावेदितसुरवधरां आयोध्यकजनमुक्तितरां विधिमुखविबुधानन्दकरां तेजोमय निजरूपकरां संस्कृतिबन्धविमोचकरां धर्मस्थापनतत्पररां भक्तिपरायणमूर्तिधरां सर्वचराचरपालकरां Ram. Ram Ram Jaya Raja Ram. Ram Ram Jaya Sita Ram. Sita Ram Jaya Raja Ram. Raja Ram Jaya Sita Ram. Ram 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 Jaya Raja Ram. Ram 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 Jaya Sita Ram. Ram 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 Jaya Raja Ram. Ram 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 Jaya Sita Ram. Sita Ram Jaya Raja Ram. Raja Ram Jaya Sita Ram.
Page 65.
Sri Rama Jaya Ram Singaya Rama Singaya Rama Sita Rama
नित्यतृप्त हरि गोविन्द नित्यतृप्त हरि गोविन्द हरे राम राघवं भज गोविन्दं मम जीवनं 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 हरे रघुवीर गोविन्द हरे रघुवीर गोविन्द सीतारमण हरि गोविन्द सीतारमण हरि गोविन्द हरे रघुवीर गोविन्द हरे रघुवीर गोविन्द सीतारमण हरि गोविन्द सीतारमण हरि गोविन्द रावण मर्दन गोविन्द रावण मर्दन गोविन्द दशरथ नन्दन गोविन्द दशरथ नन्दन गोविन्द हरे रघुवीर गोविन्द हरे रघुवीर गोविन्द सीतारमण हरि गोविन्द सीतारमण हरि गोविन्द ज्योति स्वरूप गोविन्द ज्योति स्वरूप गोविन्द नित्यतृप्त हरि गोविन्द नित्यतृप्त हरि गोविन्द हरे राम राघवं भज गोविन्दं मम जीवनं 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 हरे रघुवीर गोविन्द हरे रघुवीर गोविन्द सीतारमण हरि गोविन्द सीतारमण हरि गोविन्द हरे रघुवीर गोविन्द हरे रघुवीर गोविन्द सीतारमण हरि गोविन्द सीतारमण हरि गोविन्द हरे राम राघवं भज गोविन्दं मम जीवनं 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 राघवं मम जीवनं राघवं मम जीवनं राघवं मम जीवनं राघवं मम जीवनं हरे राम राघवं भज गोविन्दं 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 मम जीवनं Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha. Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to the session of the Puja of Sri Ramachandra. So we are now again meeting for the Ramayana week, and we are preparing to the birth of Rama, that is Rama Navami. So let us now get into the mode of worship. Worship Sri Ramachandra with the articles, different articles, and our services. So the Dashopachara Puja will be performed. So before getting into the puja, let us now chant Ganesha's mantra so that he removes all the hurdles to our program. Om Agajanana Padmarkam Gajananam Aharnisham Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Om Sarvamangala Mangalyam Varenyam Varadam Shum Narayanam Namaskritya Sarvakarmani Karyet. Now we shall get into the mode of Achmana, whereby we will be purifying ourselves, the mantra snana. Om Vishnu, Om Vishnu, Om Vishnu. So you can repeat it 3 times with your water in the hand, cupped hand, little water into the right hand, cupped like the Gokarna, ear of this thing, just 1 drop. Then sipping it without touching the tongue or the saliva to the hand. Om Vishnu, siphoning action. Don't make the sound surr. Wash it. Then again, Om Vishnu. Wash it. Om Vishnu. What has happened by repeating the name of the Lord? The mantra will tell. Om Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padam. Om Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suryaha. Divi Vachakshura Tatam Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastangadopiva. Yahasmaret Pundari Kaksham Savahya Vyantarha Shushihi. Om Apavitra Pavitrova. You may be in the condition of purity or impurity. Sarva Avastangatopiva. You may be whatever state of mind or body you may be in. Gataha apiva. Sarva avasthang gataha apiva. Yaha, whoever, smaret, remembers or takes the name of the Lord. Pundarikaksham, the Lord's eyes, whose eyes are like that of the lotus petal. Sa, that person, anybody, man or woman or anybody, young or old, the moment you take the name of the Lord, you remember Lord, sa bahya abhyantara, internally and externally you get purified. So that is the real purification by telling the name of the Lord. So remember the name of the Lord and you are purified internally and externally. That is Achmana. Now we'll go to the next step after the Achmana. So Pitanyasa. So in your heart, you have to make the Pita, the lotus of your heart, ready to receive and make Sri Ramachandra, the darling of now the worship, to be seated in your heart. So that's called Pitanyasaha. Pita means consecration, seat of the deity in your heart. So touching the touch with the Mrigamudra. This is the Mrigamudra. Touch it. Om Hrim Pidadevatabhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Pidashaktibhyo Namaha. So now the seat is ready. Now the Lord, while we are doing the meditation, will come and sit there, the effulgent Lord there in your heart. Next, we are going to the next thing after the Pitanyasa. Is the Rishyadanyasa. We have to remember the Rishis who have given us the mantra. So touching the following parts of the body with the Tattva Mudra. This is Tattva Mudra. So the head, Om Brahmane Rishiye Namaha, because Lord Brahma is the Rishi who has given this mantra. And what is the mantra is in Gayatri Chandase Namaha. Then touch the mouth, Om Gayatri Chandase Namaha. Then heart. What is the mantra? Om Sri Ramaya Devatayai Namaha. Who is the Devata? That's not the mantra, it's the Devata. Om Sri Ramaya Devatayai Namaha. Just so now Rishyadanyasa is over. We are going to the next process. Now there is a Karanyasa. Now you are purifying the hands with which you are worshipping, all the fingers and the whole arms. Hand is, so that is Kara. Kara means hands. Consecration of the hands. So with the Bija mantra of Lord Ramachandra, Ram, Reem, Room, Raim, Raum, Rah. So these are the Bija mantra, the single word, alphabet, syllable of Lord Rama. So the thumb will be first purified. So you touch with your 4 fingers the thumb like this. Ramangustabhyam Namaha. Then Reem Tarjinibhyam Swaha. Room Madhyamabhyam Vashat. Raim Anamikabhyam Hum. Raum Kanishtabhyam Vaushat. Rah Kartalapustabhyam Astraya Fat. So now the Karanyasa, purification of the hand, is over. We are going to the next thing, that is Anganyasa, purification of the consecration of that Bija mantra in all the different limbs of the body, consecration of the limbs. Anga means the different parts of the body are limbs. Anganyasaha, consecration. So with the same Bija mantras, Ram, Rim, Rum, Raim, Raum, Rah, we are now consecrating or purifying the different parts of the body. The head with the 3 fingers, tip of the 3 fingers. What is the 3 fingers? Forefinger, middle finger, and the ring finger. Touch the heart. Ram Hridayaya Namaha. Then head with the 2 finger, tip of the 2 fingers, 4 and middle. Rim Shirse Swaha with the tip of the thumb, the Shikha, the topmost portion of the Sushumna Nadi. Rum Shikayai Vashata. Raim Kavachaya Hum, the 2 tips of all the 5 fingers crisscrossed like this. Raim Kavachaya Hum. Then Netra Traya, 3 eyes, the 2 eyes with the 4 finger, 1 eye, and with the ring finger, 1 eye, and the middle finger, the 3rd eye. That is the eye of knowledge. Like this. Raum Netatraya Vaushat Rah Kartalapustabhyam Astraya Fat. So the whole Anganyasa, all the limbs of the body is purified. You have placed Lord Ramachandra in your external body. We are going to the next process after Anganyasa. That is the Vyapakanyasa. Now, different aspect of the body. We have now external body, the internal body, and the furthermost causal body, which has caused everything. So, physical body, that is the Sukshma Sharira, Stula Sharira, and the Karana Sharira. We are purifying that or consecrating with the mantra. What is the mantra? That is the Mula mantra of Lord Ramachandra. What is that? Om Ram Sri Ramachandraya Namaha Om. With that, we are purifying, we are consecrating Sri Ramachandra in all the 3 bodies. Gross, subtle, and the causal. So we'll do that. It is shown there on the screen how to do it. The hands are to be touching like this from the head, both the hands, all the parts of the body. Then crisscrossing at the feet. Again come back, crisscross like this, again like this. So this is the way 3 times you have to do with the mantra, chanting of the mantra for the 3 bodies 3 times. If you are doing 5 times, that is the 5 koshas inside. What is that? Annamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha, manomaya kosha, anandamaya kosha, like that. There are 5 koshas that will be purified. So we will do it 3 times, 3 bodies. Om Ram Sri Ramachandraya Namaha Om. Om Ram Sri Ramachandraya Namaha Om. Om Ram Sri Ramachandraya Namaha Om. So Vyapakanyasa is over. The 3 internal bodies are everything external, internal, and the causal body is purified. We are going to the next process after the Vyapakanyasa. That is the Pita Puja. Now you have ready to establish the Lord in your heart. So you should also make ready the Pita where the Lord will be worshipped. The photo or the image which you have kept, that is called Pita, where the Lord worship of the seat of the deity will be establishing there. So take flower, besmeared with sandal paste, take it. Om Hrim Ete Gandha Pushpe Pidevatabhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Ete Gandha Pushpe Pidashaktibhyo Namaha. Okay, now you are finished the Pita Puja. We are going to the next step, that is Dhyana, meditation. So now this is the time to establish the Lord in your heart. Pita, you are already made the ready. The Pita, the heart lotus, from there you will be taking out the Lord through that flower into that image or the place where we are worshipping the Lord. So now first establish in your heart by Dhyanam, meditation, Kurma Mudra. Take the flower in between, fix it in between the fingers like this, and then keep it like this. The 4-finger on the thumb, the small finger on the 4-finger, then the thumb of the other, this thing is covering these 3 fingers like this. Kurma, tortoise. So tortoise has 5 limbs, just like our 5 indriyas, the sense organs. So don't allow the mind to go outside. That is the significance. Just like the tortoise will tuck inside its all that shell, all the organs, 5 organs, limbs inside for protection. Likewise, you tuck inside from all the 5 sense organs your mind into the heart and meditate on Ramachandra. So we're going to the next process of the dhyana, meditation. So there it is explained. Take the flower besmeared with sandal paste in Kurma Mudra, then meditate in the heart an effulgent, bright, living form of Sri Ramachandra. He is living, it is not a photo. Chanting the mantra. What is the mantra of Sri Ramachandra? That is the meditation mantra of Sri Ramachandra is being chanted now. It is given on the screen too. Now you can also see, if you can, all 3-4 days I am chanting it. If you have learnt it, you can chant it, or else you can hear what I am chanting. Kalam Bodhara Kanti Kanta Manisham वीरासनाध्यासिनं मुद्रां ज्ञानमयीं दधानमपरं हस्ताम्बुजं जानुनि सीतां पार्श्वगतां सरोरुहकरां विद्युन्निभं राघवं पश्यन्तं मुकुटाङ्गदादि विविध कल्पोज्ज्वलाङ्गं bhaje. That is a meditation mantra of Sri Ramachandra explaining how Ramachandra is sitting with Sita Mata. So Lord now has come to the heart lotus and he is established living form of Ramachandra is there now. Now the next process is you are bringing out that Lord from the heart through the nostril, left nostril, while you are breathing. So the Kurma Mudra is there as it is. Take it, press the right nostril, only the left nostril is open. Inhale the air, telling the Vai Bija Mantra Yam. Then when you inhale and put out, Rama will come out through that left nostril to the flower, manifest in the flower. Don't break the Kurma Mudra. Keep the flower touching the, when you are touching the image or the photo, only you open the Kurma Mudra touching. Then the Lord now you feel has manifested the effulgent from your heart, has come back, has come to the image now, is manifested there. So to show that he is also there complete in your heart, he has also come complete into that image. So Paramikarana Mudra, this Mudra shows that when you show that, that means full, complete, Purna, infinite Lord is manifested. Not that half he has cut himself, no. Akhanda, Satchit, Ananda, Parabrahma Swarupa. Paramikarana Mudra, then show Paramikarana. Right? Then take that water, Ganga water, sprinkle either with your hand or that kushagra grass or durva grass or flower, very gently 3 times, uttering the Mula Mantra. Sprinkle it gently, don't do it rough with Om Ram Sri Ramachandra Namaha. Om Ram Sri Ramachandra Namaha. Om Ram Sri Ramachandra Namaha. Om. Now the Lord is now seated in front of you in that image or photo. Now is ready to take care. Accept your worship. We'll go to the next process, that is the Dasha Upachara. We'll be doing all the 10 services, wonderful services. Today while reading Ramayana, I saw when Vishwamitra Muni came to Dasharatha's court, so Dasharatha went and did all these puja. First it was Padya, then Arghya. So like that any great people would come, they used to treat them with all these things. Now the Lord himself has come, Ramachandra. So how nicely we have to treat with all the Dashopchar puja. On the day of the Rama Navami, we will do the Shodashopchar, 16 services. Now today we will, because of lack of time, worship with only 10 items. Perform worship by offering the following articles to the deity one by one. Padyam. So water, you are giving water to wash the feet of the Lord. So the soft feet of the Lord, you pour water very nicely, the fresh and pure water, Ganga water. Then wipe it nicely with your hand. Then take a soft towel. Then wipe this thing dry. Then you can put some moisturizer or sandal paste, whatever you like, and do the service, Pada Seva of Lord Rama. I will tell the mantra Om Ram Etat Padyam Sri Ramachandraya Namaha. Now we are giving Arghya. What is Arghya? Water to wash the hands, and also that will be the preparation of the flower and other things, showing that you are offering the whole mind to the Lord. So we shall tell the mantra Om Ram Idam Achamaniyam. Sorry. Om Ram Esha Arghyaha Eshorgyaha Sri Ramachandraya Swaha. So now pour water to the hand, wash his hands carefully, softly, and wipe it with the soft towel, and you can put whatever moisturizer or whatever good thing to the hand, so that it will be very nice feeling to the Lord. Then after that, you prepare Tulasi Patra. Don't take Bilva Patra. Generally we use Bilva Patra for Rama, Krishna or Vishnu. Surya we give Tulasi Patra. Take Tulasi Patra, big Tulasi Patra, put sandal paste, red and white, nicely. Then take Akshata, rice, and keep 4 or 5 grains on that. Then Durva grass, keep it on that. And then multipetal flower, keep it on that. That is Arghya. What is the thing? It is indicating our mind. The mind stuff, the manas, the buddhi, the hankara, everything, the totality of the mind. So that you are taking and offering. First you are touching to the head of Lord Ramachandra, then to the heart of Ramachandra, then to the feet, both the Padadvaya, feet of Ramachandra, and offering the Arghya. That means you are offering your total mind and personality, surrendering at the feet of the Lord. That is
Arghya. Now Arghya process is over. Om Ram Yeshodhya Sri Ramachandra Swaha. Now we are going to Achmaniya. What is Achmaniya? We did Achmana for our purification. But what is Achmaniya? You're giving Achmana to the Lord. What is that? Giving water to rinse the mouth or cleanse the mouth. So just like we brush our teeth morning and evening. So it is just like that. So now give water to rinse the mouth or cleanse the mouth of Sri Ramachandra. Till the mantra Om Ram Idam Achamaniyam Sri Ramachandraya Swadha. Then now it is Snaniyam. You have to give bath to the Lord. How to give the bath? Now consider, now the Lord has taken the form of a child, small child of your house. He may be like your son. You used to give bath to your children, isn't it? When they were very small, like that. Now Ramachandra has taken the form of the child. Now put him in a tub, a soft place, and the water you pour slowly. If the outside weather is very cold, then give him lukewarm water. If the outside weather is very hot, then give him cold water. Now pour it. But only thing is, take care that the Lord should be made comfortable. Whatever you feel that the Lord will be comfortable by that, the temperature of the water can be maintained in that way. Pour slowly so that it doesn't enter the eyes and nose or mouth or ears. Very slowly you have to do that. We have seen our mothers just how they used to give the baby. So when they are pouring water, they will touch out of the head like this so that it doesn't go to the nose and things. Just to make them sleep on their legs like that. The face would be written down and the back would be cleansed like that. So all that we have seen how the mothers used to take so much of care for the babies like that. Take care and give bath to Sri Ramachandra. Then after that you can apply the baby soap softly and wipe it. And then you have to do the bath with the 5 items. Pancha Amrita. They are called Amrita. The 4 products are from the cow. And the one is sugar. So first one is milk. So now with the milk, pour the milk on the head of the Lord and then give the bath. Then after that again pour pure water and again give curds bath. After that pure water, then again give the ghee bath. What is ghee? The clarified butter. So only 3. The 4th one is honey. That is not of the cow product. So honey. Again pour the honey. Then again pure water. Then finally it is sugar. And again pure water. So now because there is ghee and honey and other things, to wipe out that, pour water and put the soap, apply the baby soap, and you can nicely remove all those things. And now after the bath, you wipe the body with a soft towel. Then you can do the next portion, that is putting up the garments and ornaments and other things. Now we'll start I think you have already started. I will tell the mantra for the bathing purpose and also ring the bell for you. You can start the process of the bathing. Om Sahasra Shirusha Purushaha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapa Sabhumim Vishwato Vratva Satyatishtaddashangulam Om Agnimile Purohitam Yagnasya Devamritujam Hotaram Ratnadatamam Om Ishetodjetva Vaivahassadevo Vahasavita Prarpayatu Shrishtatamai Karmane Om Agna Ayah Vite Grunano Habdate Nihota Satsi Barhishi Om Shanno Devi Rabhishtaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Shayor Visravantu Naha Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. So we have finished the bathing process. Now we can wipe slowly the body of the child Rama. Then after that you can put on the ornaments and cloth and other things. Now it is time to apply Gandha sandal paste, the white and the red, Shweta Chandana and Rakta Chandana. So I'll tell the mantra, you can apply slowly on the body, face, everywhere, the Gandha. Om Ram Esha Gandha Sri Ramachandraya Namaha. So then Pushpam. We have so many Pushpa, varieties of Pushpa, fragrant one, colorful one, all the dip it in the sandal paste to show that you are giving with the devotion. Then offer it at the feet and the head very gently. So there is also a mantra while giving the Pushpa. What is that? Turiya Vanasampannam Nana Gunamanoharam Ananda Saurabam Pushpam Grihyatamidamuttamam Om Ram Idam Sachandana Pushpam Sri Ramachandraya Vaushat. So we have offered so many varieties of flower at the feet and the body and the head of the Lord. Now it is time to give Tulasi Patra. So take Tulasi Patra as many as you like, then smear it with sandal paste And then we have to tell a mantra before giving it. Om Namaste. Then Vishnave Paramatmane Swaha. Etan Sachandana Tulsi Patrani. Om Ramidam Sachandana Tulsi Patram Sri Ramachandraya Namaha. Om Namaste Bahurupaya Vishnave Paramatmane Swaha. You have to tell before giving Tulsi to the Lord. Then we have given the Tulsi Patram. Now it's the next is Dhupa. Light the incense stick, agarbatti, or also you can put amber or charcoal or what you call burning that amber, and then put samrani on it, and that also can be shown. Just like in our country in India, baby after the birth to the baby, they will put that samrani or dhupa, and that expose that body of the child to that smoke. It's very good. It has antifungal qualities. So now you can now take the agarbatti, light it, then you wave up to the nose. So don't take too much near. Like this. So I'll tell the mantra. You can. I'll ring the bell for you. You can do the wave the agarbatti. Om Ram Esharupaha Sri Ramachandraya Namaha. Om Vanaspatiritho Divyo Gandadyaha Manoharaha Agreha Sarvadevanan Rupoyam Pratigrishatam. Om Ram Esharupaha Sri Ramachandraya Namaha. Now it's the time to give Deepa. You have, I think we have given in the list, the ghee, clarified butter wick is made ready. That put it in the lamp, light it slowly. If you don't have that, ordinary oil lamp will be done. Then light it. Then when it is sufficiently burning, don't do it very fast, it may get off. So slowly you take it, wave around the Lord, and it should come up to the eyes. Don't go too near, it may burn, it may hurt the Lord, to the eyes. So I will tell the mantra, we will do Shodha Deepaha. Om Ram Esha Deepaha Sri Ramachandraya Namaha. Om Suprakasho Mahadeepaha Sarvatasya Nirapaha. Sabhahyabhyantara Jyotirdeepoyam Pratigrishyataam. Om Ram Esha Deepaha Sri Ramachandraya Namaha. We are going to the next step after the Deepa, that is Naivedya. So you can arrange the food articles. So you might have made ready fruits, varieties of fruits you might have cut and taken out the peel very nicely. You have arranged that Lord can eat it, and then the sweets and varieties of other things, whatever savory things, everything. So the fruit juices, you can put tulsi leaf on each of them, or flowers, or sprinkle Ganga water. Then keep it separately. All the items should be not touching each other. It should be little, at least a small gap is enough. Even 2-3 millimeters gap also, no problem. Arrange it on a table or on the ground, wherever it is comfortable. Place a cloth or something and do that arrangement. And then water also should be kept separately. Then tambula in another plate. Then remove all the coverings and we will give the offering. I'll tell the mantra. Om Ramidam Sopakarna Nevedyam Sri Ramachandraya Nivedayami. Now take each item very softly, gently. Feed the Lord with spoon. See that he is eating slowly, everything. Now first the fruits, varieties of fruits. Then you can give him the savory things. Then you can give him the sweets. Then different fruit juices. Again some savory things and fruit juices. Then now it's the time to give Paniya. Om Ramidam Sopakarna Naivedyam Sri Ramachandraya Nivedyami. Give water for the Lord to drink. That is Paniya. Om Ramidam Panartodakam Sri Ramachandraya Nivedayami. So make him drink the water, Lord Ramachandra. Then after that, you can do this together, all these 10 items to Sita Mata also. Mother Sita Mata is also sitting with Sri Ramachandra. So you can feed everything, do all these things to Sita Mata also. In the Dhyana Mantra, we saw that Ramachandra is sitting with Sita Mata. So you can give all these things to Sita Mata. Now it is after the Paniyam, Punar Achamaniyam. Again Achmani is given. So water to rinse the mouth. Om Ramidam Punar Achamaniyam Sri Ramachandraya Swadha. Then Tambulam. Give that to Mother Sita also. Tambulam. Take the leaf, Tambula, that bit leaf, very little chunna lime, so that it should not burn the tongue of the Lord. Then the little soft betel nuts, small pieces cut into small pieces. Then some spices like ajwain, like the somp and other things, and some sweet kulkan can be added. Fold it nicely, jeera also, fold it nicely, put it in the mouth of the Lord, and tell the mantra. Om Ramidam Tambulam Sri Ramachandraya Nivedayami. There, after offer flowers smeared with sandal paste to Sri Lakshmana with the following mantra. Om Ram Lakshmanaya Namaha Ete Gandapushpe Lakshmanaya Namaha. So now the Dashopchar Puja is over. We are going to the next step, that is the Pushpanjali. So Anjali is the folded hands like this, both the hands, and the flower is taken. Then the Tulsi Patra and all the other things are smeared with sandal paste. Then the Durva grass, everything, keep it in this. I will tell the mantra 3 or 5 times, you can give it to the Lord. Om Ram Esh Sachandana Pushpa Tulsi Patranjali Sri Ramachandraya Namaha. If you have more flowers, you can give 3 times, or even more flower 5 times. Okay, both the hands, cupped hand, that is Pushpanjali. Offering flowers. We are going to the next step, that is Avarana Puja. So all the deities eternally accompanying the Lord, we are worshipping them. Worship of the other deities eternally accompanying the Lord Ramachandra. Avarana Puja. Now take one single flower, dip it in sandal paste and give it each time. I'll tell the mantra. Om Ete Gandapushpe Sri Ramachandraya Shadanga Devatabhyo Namaha. Om Ete Gandapushpe Sri Ramachandraya Avarana Devatabhyo Namaha. Om Ete Gandapushpe Ham Hanumate Namaha. Om Ete Gandapushpe Sugrivaya Namaha. Om Ete Gandapushpe Bharataya Namaha. Om Ete Gandapushpe Vibhishanaaya Namaha. Om Ete Gandapushpe Lakshmanaya Namaha. Om Ete Gandapushpe Angadaya Namaha. Om Ete Gandapushpe Shatrughnaya Namaha. Om Ete Gandapushpe Jambavate Namaha. Om Ete Gandapushpe Sita Yai Namaha. So we have done, as I told you earlier, if you have done all 10 items puja to Mother Sita, wonderful. Otherwise, if you are not done, you can do it now. So please go on doing slowly. All the items can be given, 10 items, just like Ramachandra. You also can give all those things. We are going to the next after the Avarana Puja, Japa and Japa Samarpana. Before the Japa, we are also going again the same Pushpanjali, but the mantra is a little elaborate in this. Take the Pushpanjali in cupped hand like this, the flowers, the Tulsi Patra, and the Durva, and whatever is there in there, any special fragrant leaf or flowers, everything. Then in this Anjali. So I will tell the mantra. So offer that Pushpanjali at the feet of the Lord and Mother Sita. Ram Esha Sachandana Pushpa Tulsi Patranjalihi Sangaya Savarnaya Sayudhaya Saparivaraya Savahanaya Sashaktikaya Sri Ramachandraya Bhaushat. So what is that? Sangaya means all that Anga, different Anga Devata, or even the limbs of Ramachandra. Then Savarnaya, Avarana Devata. Then Sayudhaya. What is Ayudha? Means the Lord's weapons. Parivaraya, all his relatives, father, mother, the other two mothers, Sumitra Devi and Kaikeyi. Kausalya is the mother of Ramachandra, father of Dasharatha, all the other people, brothers, relatives, everybody. Savahanaya, the mount and the Vahana of the Lord. Sashaktikaya, all the concert of and the energy of Lord Rama. Sri Ramachandraya Bhaushat. So this is the elaborate Pushpanjali. Then we will do the japa, perform the japa of the Mula Mantra 108 times. The Mula Mantra we have already repeated many times. Again, Om Ram Sri Ramachandraya Namaha Om. So you will repeat it 108 times. I will be doing 21 times for the sake of time. So offer the japa to the deity after that. Okay, we will do the japa now. Om Ram Sri Ramachandraya Namaha Om. 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 I have finished 21 times. You can continue 108 times. Now the fruit of the whole puja, the fruit of your devotion, the fruit of the japa, everything has to be offered. Nothing should be kept for ourselves. Everything. So what is self-surrender? Not only just body, mind and other things. Everything, even the punya, papa, everything, whatever is yours, offer. No, don't hide anything from the Lord. So you are giving everything to the Lord. Japa Samarpana. That is, take the water in the cupped hand. Then the Goyoni Mudra is press it like this and giving the water like this from the edge. That is Koyoni Mudra. So the mantra I will tell, take water, Ganga water. Then after the mantra, do that Koyoni Mudra. Until then, catch hold of the water like this. Om Guhyat Guhya Goptatvam Grahanasmat Kritam Japam Siddhir Bhavatu Me Deva Tvat Prasadan Maheshwara. Now Koyoni Mudra. Pour it at the feet of the Lord. I have offered everything to the Lord. So everything, the puja, phala, the japa phala, everything, devotion, everything. So now the puja is over. The Lord is very pleased with your puja. Because the presence of Ramachandra, Hanuman, everybody, all the bad forces, negative forces from your mind, from your house, everywhere is gone. Your house has become full of purity. Everywhere that beautiful presence of Ramachandra is felt. So until tomorrow, we'll meet again tomorrow to do the puja. So be worshipping the Lord in whatever way, mentally or physically, in all the way you can entertain the Lord. So next we are going to do the worship of Sri Ramachandra. Before that, we will do the Sashtang Pranama and also the prayer. Final prostration. Finally, prostrate yourself full length, Sashtanga Pranama, all the 8 limbs to the ground. Chanting the mantra. I will chant the mantra for you. If you can also, you can chant. Om Ramaya Ramachandraya Ramabhadraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Then prayer. Nanya Spruha Raghupate Hrudaye Smadiye Satyam Vadami Cha Bhavan Akhilantaratma Bhaktim Precha Raghupungava Nirbharam Me Kamadi Dosha Rahitam Kuru Manasam Cha. The prayer is, O Lord, give me only pure love at your lotus feet. Then Kamadi Dosha Rahitam, all that Arishad Vargas, Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsarya, Lobha, jealousy, that Matsarya, everything, greed, should be removed from my mind. That's all the prayer I have. You will devotion at your lotus feet and remove all these negative qualities from my heart. That is the only prayer I have. So go down to the Lord. So now we'll meet again tomorrow to do the puja again. But now we will go to do the puja of music. The Sangeeta Arpana, Sangeeta Seva. Now the bhajans will be done. After that, Gnana Seva, the Lord's Ramayana, Tulsi Ramayana knowledge will be shared with you. That is Gnana Seva. So the Ramayana Seva will be done. Then bhajans will be done. Then again Arati will be there in the end. All that you enjoy and meditate on the Lord. Thank you for participating. All of us are blessed by Ramachandra's presence in our heart and in our house. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramachandra Arpanamastu.
ಆನಂದವೇ ರಾಮ ನಾಮವೇ
ಆನಂದವೇ ರಾಮ ನಾಮವೇ
ಆನಂದವೇ ರಾಮ ನಾಮವೇ
ಆನಂದವೇ ರಾಮ ನಾಮವೇ
ಅದ್ಭುತವೇ ರಾಮ ರೂಪವೇ
ಅದ್ಭುತವೇ ರಾಮ ರೂಪವೇ
ಅದ್ಭುತವೇ ರಾಮ ರೂಪವೇ
ಅದ್ಭುತವೇ ರಾಮ ರೂಪವೇ
ಅನಂತವೇ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಮಯವೇ
ಅನಂತವೇ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಮಯವೇ
ಅನಂತವೇ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಮಯವೇ
ಅನಂತವೇ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಮಯವೇ
ಸುಂದರವೇ ರಾಮ ರೂಪವೇ
ಸುಂದರವೇ ರಾಮ ರೂಪವೇ
ರೂಪವೇ
ಅದ್ಭುತವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಅದ್ಭುತವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಅದ್ಭುತವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಅನಂತವೇ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಮಯವೇ
ಅನಂತವೇ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಮಯವೇ
ಅನಂತವೇ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಮಯವೇ
ಅನಂತವೇ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಮಯವೇ
ಸುಂದರವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಸುಂದರವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಸುಂದರವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಸುಂದರವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಆನಂದವೇ ರಾಮರಮವೇ
ಆನಂದವೇ ರಾಮನಾಮವೇ
ಆನಂದವೇ ರಾಮನಾಮವೇ
ಆನಂದವೇ ರಾಮನಾಮವೇ
ಅದ್ಭುತವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಅದ್ಭುತವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಅದ್ಭುತವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಅದ್ಭುತವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಅನಂತವೇ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಮಯವೇ
ಅನಂತವೇ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಮಯವೇ
ಅನಂತವೇ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಮಯವೇ
ಅನಂತವೇ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಮಯವೇ
ಸುಂದರವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಸುಂದರವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಸುಂದರವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಸುಂದರವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಸುಂದರವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
ಸುಂದರವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
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 ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ ರಾಮರೂಪವೇ
श्रीनाथे जानकीनाथे अभेदः परमात्मनि तथापि मम सर्वस्वं रामः कमललोचन ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. In last satsanga we had seen that Shati, that means Mother Parvati, got doubt on Rishi Agastya. She has come along with Lord Shiva to hear a divine play of Sri Rama. They have come as the listeners, but here speaker has got up from his seat and did pranams to both of them. So immediately Mother Parvati got doubt. He is doing pranams to us. Now, what he can teach us? Now the first doubt has come. See, Mother Parvati could not understand the humility of great Rishi Agastya. And she got doubt on Rishi Agastya. Now, once the doubt has entered into the mind, she is not paying attention in divine play of Sri Rama. That means she is not listening aptly. She is not listening with concentrated mind. And as a result, she could not grasp the Ramakatha into her mind. Shivaji listened it with rapt attention, with wonderful emotions, devotion, everything. And Shiva, Lord Shiva, merged into divine joy after hearing this divine play of Sri Rama. After the completion of Ramakatha, Agastya Rishi again did Sastanga Pranams and prayed to Lord Shiva, "O Shiva, please give me the boon that I may have devotion at the feet of Lord Rama." Shiva himself became so pleased after hearing divine play of Sri Rama from Agastya Rishi. So he also asked, "Please ask boon from me. What you want?" Now Agastya Rishi is thinking, if I ask something from Shiva, then it is not good. Lord himself is standing in front of me, and if I ask anything worldly, it will not be appropriate. So he said, "Please give me unflickering devotion. Please give me unflickering devotion," means bhakti. Give me pure bhakti at the holy feet of Lord Rama. And Shiva granted that. That is why in our Indian traditions, we believe that, and all acharyas, all great people, they said same thing, that we can get bhakti, that means devotion at the feet of God through the blessings of two people only. One is from the Lord Shiva and another is from great saints. When these two people bless us, then only we will have a unflickering devotion at the feet of Lord. Now Shiva gave the boon to Agastya Rishi also and said, "Okay, you will have a devotion at the feet of Lord Sri Rama." Now Shiva is returning back from Agastya Rishi's ashram to Kailasa. On the way, what happened? Treta Yuga was started, and he happened to see that Rama and Lakshmana both are crying, and both of them are searching Mother Sita. So by seeing Rama and Lakshmana, immediately Lord Shiva does pranams at their feet from the sky itself. So Mother Parvati started to think, what is this? To whom he is doing pranams? Mother Parvati is telling, I am saying that to Rishi Kumar, means two people, they have decorated themselves as a saintly people, Tapasvi Kumars. They are searching somebody. I think so they are searching, somebody is lost. So they are searching that person. Why are you doing pranams to him? Then Lord Shiva said, Sati is none other than the one whose divine play just now we have listened. He is my Ishta, he is my everything, Lord Sri Rama. And Shiva is doing pranams again and again at the feet of Sri Rama. Now, here Satiji got doubt. How he can be your Ishta? And Shiva addressed him, O Satchidananda, O Jagadananda, you are the Satchidananda. You are the Satchidananda means you are the absolute truth, absolute knowledge and absolute bliss. So Parvati said, Mother Parvati said, how can you address them as a Satchidananda? That elderly person is crying. He is in search of his wife. Somebody has kidnapped his wife and he is searching and he is crying. Not only that, and he is asking whom? He is asking plants, trees, creepers. And he is shouting, Ha Site, Ha Site. And you are telling him as a Satchidananda. How it can be? Now see, the doubt has entered. Mother is now totally suspicious, Mother Parvati. And this has started from the very first day when they went to Agastya Rishi's ashram. When Agastya did Sashtang Dandavat pranams to Shiva and Parvati and worshipped them. So she thought, he is the speaker, why should he do pranams to us? We are listeners. And the first doubt got, he cannot teach us anything. And as a result, she did not pay attention to the Ramakatha. And as a result, when she herself saw Lord Sri Rama in the dress of ascetic, and Shiva also saw, Shiva immediately did pranams, but mother could not do pranams. She again got doubt. How? He can be a Satchidananda. His wife is kidnapped. He is in search of his wife. Shiva tried his best to make Mother Parvati understand, but Mother Parvati could not. So mother said, okay, let me examine him. Shiva said, okay, you go and take exam. You go and taste them. I will not come. Let me go and sit under this banyan tree. I will repeat the name of Rama. Now Mother Parvati, she is going to examine now Lord Sri Rama. Because Rama and Lakshmana, both of them were in the dress of ascetics. And they were in search of Mother Sita. Now this Mother Parvati, what she did? She took up the form of Mother Sita. And she stood before Rama and Lakshmana. Now here wonderful philosophical meaning is there. Rama represents pure knowledge. Mother Sita represents pure bhakti, that means devotion. And Lakshmana represents vairagya. That is why bhakti never goes ahead than the Brahman. Jnana is absolute knowledge is what? Brahman. So bhakti always follow Brahma. Bhakti always follow God. She never goes ahead than the God. So you will never find that Mother Sita is going ahead than Rama. When these three people were walking together, what used to happen? What used to be the pattern? Lord Rama will be the first, then Mother Sita, and at last Lakshmana, Anuja, younger brother Lakshmana. So it is said, between knowledge and vairagya, there is a bhakti. Bhakti always follow God. Bhakti never goes ahead than the God. Now since Mother Parvati, she has taken the form of Mother Sita, she doesn't know all these things. It is said, when worldly people take up the vows of sadhus, somehow they decorate themselves with this, orange cloths, and they decorate themselves as a saintly people, or they themselves say that we are saints and all these things. They can say, they can gather crowd also, but they cannot impart anything. Because they are playing the role only. They have not become sadhu. To become a sadhu, it is very tough. People can take the vow, they start to follow it also. But it is very difficult to follow, and it is very difficult to maintain the vow of sadhu. That means saintly people. So, let us come back to the main point. Here, Mother Parvati also did the same thing. She took up the form of Mother Sita, but she doesn't know where to walk. That is why she went ahead than the Rama and stood there. She thought, if I will stand in ahead than Rama, then only Rama will be able to recognize me. And if Rama recognizes me as a Sita, then he will come and will address me as a Sita. Then I will understand that he is no more God. But if he understands that I am no more Sita, then I will believe that he is Lord Parabrahma. Now, Rama and Lakshmana, both of them have seen that Mother Parvati has taken the form of Sita and standing ahead than them. Now here big problem comes to Sri Rama. If Sri Rama addresses Mother Parvati as Sita, of course he cannot address because he knows that she is no more Sita, she is Mother Parvati. But she has taken the form of Sita. So if he addresses her as Mother Parvati, then henceforth she has to address Sitaji as also as a mother. So what Sri Rama said? Sri Rama said, where is my father Vishwasa? Bhavani Sankarau Vande Sraddha Viswasa Rupinau. So Sri Rama said, where is my father Viswasa? Why are you alone? And Shati could not utter a single word. She was totally embarrassed because she was recognized immediately by Lord Rama. Now, Sati, mother's Parvati, that means Sati, she simply ran from that place. Now what happens? When she was going back to Lord Shiva, she happens to see that Lord Rama, Mother Janaki and Lakshmana, they are in front of him. He is saying, she was dumbfounded. What is this? Which one is true? The Rama who is walking with Sita and Lakshmana, is this true? Or the Rama whom I had seen that, who was crying and who was in search of his own wife Sita, is it true? And the one who has caught me, who is the true? She could not understand. And here Sri Rama said to Lakshmana, oh Lakshmana, just see, Mother Parvati is also deluded by divine power of Maya. Now what happens? When mother came to Shiva, Shiva asked, have you taken exams of my Lord Sachidananda? Now here Mother Parvati lied to Lord Shiva. She said, no, I did not take any exams. I did pranams to Lord Rama and came back. Now Shiva knows everything. What has happened? Shiva understood. And Lord Shiva, started to maintain distance with Mother Parvati. Now Lord Shiva is no more allowing Mother Parvati to sit next to him. Rather, he makes her to sit in front of him because she has taken the form of Mother Janaki, Mother Sita. And Sita is his Guru Mata. So now Shiva says, I cannot make you to sit next to me because you are my Guru Mata. You have taken the form of Mother Sita. I can't make you to sit next to me. You have to sit in front of me. And Shiva started to maintain distance. That is why it is said, first of all, when our intellect is full of deluded, when we are suspicious, when we do not have Shraddha, when we do not have faith, when we do not have reverence towards our holy people and holy scriptures, then what happens? This is the result. Mother Parvati had shown it for all of us. See, if we are suspicious, if we do not have proper faith, reverence to the people from whom we are listening something good, from whom we are listening our scriptures, then we are going to suffer. Now Mother Parvati is suffering. Mother Parvati repented a lot, but everything is in vain. See, Mother Parvati did few mistakes. First mistake is she got doubt on Agastya Rishi. She was so much proud for her intellect. And when Agastya Rishi worshipped her, she thought he is the speaker and he is worshipping listener. What he is going to teach? Second mistake. She did not listen divine play of Sri Rama with proper devotion and with rapt attention. Third mistake. She got doubt on Rama's godhood. Fourth, she did not listen her own husband Shiva's teachings and Shiva's instruction that he is none other than Satchidananda. Fifth, she wanted to examine even God also. Sixth, she lied to Lord Shiva. So Tulsidas ji is telling, O Manava, O human beings, remember, if you want to learn anything, any scripture, first you must have a reverence for the speaker. Second thing, you should listen with full devotion and with rapt attention. Third thing, you should have faith in your heart that whatever this scripture is telling, it is for the good of me. And by listening these wonderful teachings, I can remove my limitations. Next thing is, we should not examine anybody. We should not look down upon anybody. Not at any cost, no. Because God is residing in everybody. So we must not examine anybody. And last is Satyam Vada, Priyam Vada. Speak truth and speak that truth which does not hurt anybody. And in whole this incident, if we look, Tulsidas ji is giving so much importance to purify our eyes, to purify our 5 sense of knowledge, 5 organs of knowledge, that means Karmendriya, and 5 organs of work, Karmendriya and Jnanendriya. He says, O devotee of Lord Rama, before you enter into the Ramakatha, please purify your 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 organs of knowledge, and 5 organs of actions. Please purify it. Then only you can get something out of this divine play of Sri Rama. This is wonderful teaching of Tulsidas. Now what happens once Shiva has given up Mother Parvati? We will try to see in next satsanga. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, 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 जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि। दशरथ नंदन राम नमो, दशरथ नंदन राम नमो, वसुदेव नंदन कृष्ण नमो, वसुदेव नंदन कृष्ण नमो, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि। कौसल्यतनया राम नमो, कौसल्यतनया राम नमो, देवकी नंदन कृष्ण नमो, देवकी नंदन कृष्ण नमो, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि। सीतारमण श्री राम नमो, सीतारमण श्री राम नमो, राधारमण श्री कृष्ण नमो, राधारमण श्री कृष्ण नमो, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि। रावण मर्दन राम नमो, रावण मर्दन राम नमो, कंस विमर्दन कृष्ण नमो, कंस विमर्दन कृष्ण नमो, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, 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 जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि। दशरथ नंदन राम नमो, दशरथ नंदन राम नमो, वसुदेव नंदन कृष्ण नमो, वसुदेव नंदन कृष्ण नमो, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि। कौसल्यतनया राम नमो, कौसल्यतनया राम नमो, देवकी नंदन कृष्ण नमो, देवकी नंदन कृष्ण नमो, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि। सीतारमण श्री राम नमो, सीतारमण रमण श्री राम नमो, राधा रमण श्री कृष्ण नमो, राधा रमण श्री कृष्ण नमो। जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि। रावण मर्दन राम नमो, रावण मर्दन राम नमो, कंस विमर्दन कृष्ण नमो, कंस विमर्दन कृष्ण नमो। जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, 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 जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि। राम कृष्ण हरि जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, 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 जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि।
ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to the Rama Navami special program. So we're remembering Lord Ramachandra. So every day is a new year, every day is a festival for us. So we will now enter into the subject. We'll think, meditate on the different leelas, the sports of the Lord. So I'll start with the mantra of Sri Ramachandra. Srinate Janaki Nate Abedaf Paramatmani Tatapi Mama Sarvaswam Ramaha Kamalalochana. According to Hanuman, when the Lord gave him the darshan as Sri Krishna or Vishnu, he told, I know that Srinathe means Lakshmi Natha, Sri Lakshmi's husband, Narayana, Vishnu, Krishna, and Janaki Natha, that is the husband of Janaki, Sitama. They are one and the same, I know that. But even that, in spite of that, I have my devotion towards that lotus feet or lotus face of Ramachandra. Srinathe, Janaki Nathe, Abheda, there is no Bheda. Paramatmani, they are the same Paramatma Swarupa. Tathapi, in spite of that, Mama Sarvaswam, my all, everything is Ramaha Kamalalochana, the lotus eyed, the lotus faced Ramachandra is my everything. So I want to have his darshan, Ekanishta. So that is the meaning of this verse. So meditating on that, we shall go forward to see the different leelas of Sri Ramachandra. So now, as I told you yesterday, the Ishtadevata, the mantra given by Sri Ramakrishna to Swami Vivekananda was of Sri Ramachandra. And now let us see what Swami Vivekananda wants to tell about Sri Ramachandra and his Ramayana. So Swami Vivekananda speaks about the great work, the life of Sri Rama, that is the Ramayana. Tells Rama, the ancient idol of the heroic ages, the embodiment of truth. Ramachandra is the embodiment of truth, truthfulness itself. Ramachandra is the embodiment of morality. He is the ideal son, he is the ideal husband, he is the ideal father, and above all, the ideal king. So about Ramayana, Swami Vivekananda is telling, no language can purer, none chaster, none more beautiful, and at the same time simpler than the language in which the great sage Valmiki depicted the life story of Sri Ramachandra. So these are the wonderful words of Swami Vivekananda about Ramayana and Sri Rama. Now, yesterday I took you through some special way of how just 3 times uttering Rama's name, Sri Rama, Rama Rameti, Rame Rame, Manorame, Sahasrama Tattulyam, Ramanama Varanane. Lord Shiva himself gave Parvati how repeating Rama thrice it's equivalent to telling the whole Vishnu Sahasranama. So I mathematically also proved it. Today we'll try to prove the same Rama's name mathematically in a different way. So we can do so many different mathematical solutions to so many things, isn't it? So the same Rama's speciality, the Rama Nama, we will see that in a different way. So now if you go to North India and some parts of the India, whatever they do, they will tell when they meet somebody, Ram Ramji, Ram Ram, they will tell. Anybody meeting anybody? Here in South Africa, we have the habit of telling Om Namo Narayanaya. But in some parts of India, northern parts of India, they will tell if they see somebody, Ram Ram. Why only 2 times Ram Ram? What is the speciality significance of telling Ram Ram? Why can't it be told Rama 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 3 times, or Rama 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 4 times, or 5 times, or 10 times? Only 2 times, Ram Ram. So we shall study. Again, we will do one mathematical solution to that. What is that beautiful solution for mathematics? Now let us take the Sanskrit letters. We all know the Sanskrit letters. Go on telling it. 50 letters. So now what is the 27th letter? The Ka Ka Ga Ga Nga 25. Then Yara amongst the consonant. The consonant are the Vargiya Vyanjana 25. Then after that Yara La Va. So in that Ra is the second of the Avargiya Vyanjana, and the consonant Avargiya Vyanjana are 25. So plus 2, 27. Okay, we'll keep that 27 in the alphabetical order. The consonant 27 is the number of Ra. Then what is Ma? Ma is the 5th in Sanskrit, Ra is 27th letter. Then A is the Ra plus A. It has 2 letters in Ra. The Swara and the Vyanjana is combined in Ra. That is, first one is consonant Ra, the 27th letter. Then A is the second letter, isn't it? So 27 plus 2. Then what is Ma? Ma is the 25th consonant. Papa Baba Ma. That is Kaka Gaganga 5, Chacha Jajanya 10, Tata Dadana, Tata Dadana, Papa Baba Ma. It's 25. So the numbering, add all those things, it becomes 27 plus 2 plus 25 equals 54. Now the letter is 54. Now, if you tell Ram, once if you tell Ram, it gives the number 54. If you chant it twice, Ram, then it becomes 108. So if you tell Rama 2 times, then you are getting the benefit of telling Rama 108 times. 54 plus 54. So 108 times. So when we utter Ram 2 times, you have chanted it 108 times. So this is one special way of seeing into Ram. Why in North India, when they meet each other, they will tell Ram. And also when I had been to the Himalayan Yatra, so at that time in Haridwar and other places, wherever we used to go, as sannyasins, itinerant monks, we used to go, just like live on begging. So we used to go to different ashramas. So there they would serve us the food. So the workers or anybody, sadhus serving us, they will come. When they are bringing the rice, in North India or Hindi language, rice is called as bhat. So they will tell bhat. They will not just bhat. They will add bhat ram. So they will, while serving, they will come. You have to come to know that the bhat or the rice is coming. So they will add Rama to it. Bhat ram. And when dal is coming, what will they tell? Dal ram. Then when the jal, water is coming, jal ram. Everything they will add Rama to it. I've seen in Haridwar and other places, everything they will add. And whenever anybody meet each other, they will tell Ram. So that is the thing which we have seen. I think something is happening, Sridhar. So now there was some thing in the screen instead of the thing, something else appeared. So I just asked our controller there to see what has happened. That's all. Now we shall go to another special aspect of Ramayana. What is that? I had read somewhere 7 inspiring management lesson. All of us in the modern day are interested in management. So 7 inspiring management lessons from Ramayana for every startup. If you want to start up, make a startup, your own industry, you want to start your own business, then you should have some principles, isn't it? So Ramayana can provide that. And what is that? 7 inspiring management lessons from Ramayana for every new startup. What is that? The first inspiring management lesson is, just like before Ramachandra was born, our Dasharatha had committed too many things without thinking. So he came into trouble later on. He gave the 2 boons to Kaikeyi. So what is the lesson you have to learn before you start a new startup business? Do not overcommit. Don't overcommit anything in your company or in your management lesson. First lesson is like Dasharatha. You may be in trouble later on. So what are you supposed to do? It is better to commit less and deliver more. That is the first lesson, management lesson you learn from Ramayana. Just like Dasharatha, do not overcommit anything. You'll be in trouble later on. It is better to commit less and deliver more. That is the first lesson of management from Ramayana. What is the second lesson of management from Ramayana? Do your business with ethics. Don't give up righteousness. It should be always ethical. Do your business with all ethics. Consider your business like dharma, righteousness. Keep your words always like Sri Ramachandra. So that is the second inspiring management lesson from Ramayana. What is that? Do your business with all ethics. Consider your business like dharma, righteousness. Keep your words like Ramachandra always. Be truthful. The third inspiring management lesson from Ramayana is always build a team. Don't try to take up all the responsibility on your head and you will not do anything. You will get confused. So what is to be done? Always decentralize. Always build a team. give responsibility to the team. So Rama was able to win against Ravana just because he was able to make a performing team. That too out of what? There may be different type of workers in your company. Some may be capable, some may be less capable, some may be mediocres. So how to use them, train them properly, in which way that all of them will perform well. Now the other companies may be having very trained workers. You are now starting a new thing, new business. So how to train your workers? That may not be sufficiently trained, intelligent and other things. So Ramachandra is taught in the Ramayana. What is that? How is he taught? Who are the followers, or who are the army in the army of our, who are the soldiers in the army of our Ramachandra? The Vanaras, uncontrollable. You cannot discipline them at all. So the bears, the Vanaras, the monkeys, and even he took the help of Vibhishana and his team also, the Asuras, demons also. They also joined in. So he took up these varieties of people who are not working together and made a team and made it performing. So like that, whatever kind of people may be there in your company, do not be worried. Just like Ramachandra, always build a team, performing team. Ramachandra was able to win against Ravana. That too, Ravana's army was well trained, well prepared, and it was very good, and had many great warriors, the best weapons, and the fort, the best preparations, so and wealth for their disposal. But now Ramachandra didn't have even slippers to wear. He couldn't wear a shoes too. No wealth, very less weapons. Training is very less. But only with that band of Vanaras, bears and other animals and some demons, he joined them, made them a performing team. So teamwork is very important. Training is very important. This is the third important inspiring management lesson we learn from Ramayana. Then the fourth important management lesson we learn from Ramayana is always be a decision maker. Don't procrastinate. We have seen many people, they never do anything. Whatever you give, they will procrastinate, they forget. You tell them again and again, the same mistake is being committed. So indecisive, procrastinating and lazy. So never do that. That is the very important lesson. The fourth important inspiring management lesson we learn from Ramayana and Sri Ramachandra is be a decision maker. Take some decision. Do not procrastinate. Do not delay. Don't be lazy. When how do we learn from Ramayana? When Hanuman went to get Sanjeevani plant from Himalayas, he couldn't identify it. So what did he do? He didn't waste the time. Whether you may commit a mistake or something, don't worry. Take a quick decision. It may be wrong, but you can make it right afterwards. But if you are indecisive, you will fail. So never be indecisive. You will waste lot of energy. That's why always be decisive. So immediately what did Hanuman do? He took up the whole mountain, Sanjeevani Parvata itself, and brought it. So just like if the doctor sends you to bring some medicine, you cannot understand. So then bring the whole pharmacy itself. The doctor will choose it. Like that, the Sanjeevani Parvata itself was bought by Hanuman. He didn't waste the time. He didn't procrastinate. He decided quickly and bought it. Why? Because the life is to be saved. If you don't work quickly, life cannot be saved. Then the person will die. Lakshmana would have died if our Lakshmana had, Hanuman had procrastinated and was indecisive. Then Lakshmana's life would have gone. So that's why be decisive, be quick, do not procrastinate. So do it fast, plan very well. So that's what from Ramayana we can learn the fourth inspiring management lesson is be a decision maker. Do not procrastinate, don't be lazy. Take a decision even if it is wrong. Don't be indecisive, and you can make that wrong decision also right by the dint of your hard work and smart work. Now the fifth important inspiring management lesson from Ramayana is always stay cool. always stay calm, equanimous mind, and don't be angry. See, you see in Lakshmana, you see that anger always. He was a short-tempered person. He lost his composure many times, which put him into trouble. So when you are running a startup, when you are running a business, you are starting a company, you should always keep your head cool all the times. You should not get agitated, anxious, and angry. No short-temper business. Then only you can run a very good startup or a business, just like Sri Ramachandra. Ramachandra was always cool, calm, quiet, think properly, and then used to give the proper decisions. He would not react. He would always respond. So, what are we learning? Always keep a cool mind, calm mind, stay calm. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a sort of agitated and angered mood. Don't lose your composure. Don't lose your calmness of your mind. So that is another lesson, the fifth lesson. What is the sixth inspiring management lesson that we learn from Ramayana? The sixth important lesson is startup is always about making sacrifices. You can see in Ramayana, everywhere it is full of so many sacrifices of greed. Everybody should be ready to sacrifice for the others, for the company. Then only the company can prosper very well. If all are interested in their own selfish purpose, then the company or the startup will collapse. So startup is all about making sacrifices. You will need to work over time. Have to leave your comfort zone or comfort level. Just like Mother Sita, like Lakshmana, like Urmila, Kausalya, Sri Ramachandra, everybody were ready to sacrifice for the sake of the Dasharatha and the family and the Raghuvamsha. So Sita, who decided to go with Rama to the forest 14 years, even though she was not asked to go, she herself sacrificed for the sake of the husband. Likewise, Lakshmana also sacrificed for the sake of Sri Ramachandra. Bharata also sacrificed. Everybody sacrificed. So then you can see a beautiful ideal family. Like that, then there will be a beautiful ideal company. What is this final and the seventh important lesson we learn, the inspiring management lesson from Ramayana? The seventh one is always give up your ego. If you have ego, then the company will not prosper. You can't work properly. So Ravana got destroyed in spite of all the rich, all the best warriors in his side. Why did he get destroyed? Because of his ego. And there is a saying, Ati Manat Duryodhana, Ati Kamat Ravana. Too much of ego and too much of lust, Kama. Ravana got destroyed because of these two things. Too much of lust, Ati Kama, and Ati Mana, ego. So these two things have to be given up when you are starting a company or running a business. So leave your ego. Ravana got destroyed just because of his ego. When you are running an organization, you have to give up your ego. You have to keep your ego aside. So Ramachandra never had that ego in him at all. All the time you can see he's so humble. He's incorporating, he's giving shelter to anybody. Even Vibhishana, anybody who comes, he's giving shelter. No ego at all. That's why he succeeded. Then after only 14 years of exile, after that he ruled the kingdom for 11,000 years. 11,000 years it is given in Ramayana. So always set aside the ego. That's why that is called Rama Rajya. The kingdom he did was, the company he ran was Rama Rajya. It is considered to be the highest ideal. Even Mahatma Gandhiji used to always refer that Rama Rajya. The kingdom should be like Rama. Mahatma Gandhiji used to tell that. That is the ideal India which he wanted to see, Rama Rajya. Everybody was happy. I told about that yesterday, how Dasharatha maintained, and we will come to know in future how Rama also ruled. These are the important, inspiring management lessons from Ramayana. Now we shall go to the form proper Valmiki Ramayana. So yesterday we had come up to the place that Dasharatha, to get children at the fag end of his life, he wanted to get sons to continue the rule of his kingdom, his family traditions. He had a daughter. He had given her in adoption to another king called Ramapada. So now he wanted sons who could continue as the rulers of Ikshvaku Vamsha, Raghu Vamsha, and rule Ayodhya and the Kosala kingdom. So now he did that Ashwamedha Yaga, the great sacrifice of horse sacrifice, Ashwamedha. But later on, Sumantra came and advised, the one of the best ministers, was always a confident person to Dasharatha. Dasharatha used to always take his advice. He was very close to Dasharatha, Sumantra. So now he came and told, he had heard from one of the great sages, the Manasuputra of Brahma, Sanat Kumar had told him that in future Dasharatha has to do the Putra Kameshti Yaga from Rishishrunga. So then he will have 4 children and the Lord himself will be born there. That was the idea. So now he told this to Dasharatha. Our Sanat Kumar has told me, now you have to do Ashwamedha Yaga may not be useful to get children, then you have to do Putra Kameshti Yaga. And that too by the great Rishishrunga. Rishishrunga was a great rishi from his childhood. His father, Vibhandaka, he was living near the present day Sringeri, where our great ashrama established by Shankaracharya, Sringeri. That Sringagiri it is called. So that gets the name from this great rishi, Rishyashrunga. See, Shrunga comes. Shrunga means Parvata, mountain. So Rishyashrunga. So Shrungagiri, sorry, Shrunga is not this thing. Parvata, he had the horns like that of the deer because he was born from the deer's amsha also. His mother was a deer. So Rishya Shrunga. So now Sringeri, Shrungagiri, the Giri means mountain. I got confused there. So now that is the place where they did the tapasya long back during the time of Rama. So Rishishrunga, he was from his childhood, his father Vibhandaka had brought him with so much of strict regulations and tapasya, and he taught him the Vedic knowledge and so much of knowledge of the scriptures. He never allowed him to even see outside world at all. He was following perfect brahmacharya, such a great tapasvi, both of them. So he had some special vidya, whereby wherever he goes, Rishishrunga, there would be rain. Suppose there is a desert or a place where there is famine for so many years. If Rishishrunga steps in, he was so pure and he was so spiritually elevated that there would be rain immediately. So Ramapada, because of some mistake in his land, in his kingdom, there was no rain for 12 years. So the rishis had told him, you have to bring this Rishishrunga. So with great difficulty, he had brought Rishishrunga there. And he was in his kingdom. So there was rain in his kingdom. So now we came to know if this Rishishrunga, that great rishi, will perform Putra Kameshti Yaga, then only Dasharatha will have children. So he was brought to his kingdom from Ramapada's kingdom. And now he agreed and the Putra Kameshti Yaga was also performed. So how it was done, we shall see about that now in the Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana. The great horse sacrifice being then over, Dasharatha prayed to the sage Rishishrunga to look to the Putra Kameshti Yaga. Next, and the sage consented and he agreed that he would. He also predicted. Who predicted? Rishishrunga predicted that Dasharatha would have 4 sons. 4 sons. How could he predict? Dasharatha is having 3 wives, Kausalya, Sumitra and Kaikeyi. But he is predicting 4 sons. So Rishishrunga, you can see the greatness of Rishishrunga. One of the beauties of Ramayana is that of the suggestion that the sage Rishishrunga predicts 4 sons with only 3 queens to be the mothers. So why the 4th son? How the 4th son? Another thing is that Rishishrunga independently of the great Sanat Kumara foretold this. So This speaks volume of the great spiritual caliber of this great Rishi Rishishringa. The very learned sage Rishishringa not merely thought over the yagna, but also he could dwell deep and find out the most potent and apt ritual from the Atharva Shirsha Veda, the crown of Atharva Veda. Now, the great another Tamil poet is there who has written Ramayana, that is called Kamba Ramayana in Tamil language. So that great poet who has written in Tamil Kamba Ramayanam, he places this yagna in his Kamba Ramayanam, he places this yagna even before Ashwamedha Yaga, which in Valmiki's view consecrates Dasharatha. He purifies Dasharatha, all his sins is removed and makes him fit for the fatherhood of Rama. And then Putrakamishti Yaga, he could get the children. The great yagna Putrakamishti proceeded strictly according to the Vedas, and as a mark of unique honor to the sage, even the great god Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma, along with other celestials like all the other Devatas, Gandharvas, Siddhaha, and divine sages came there to partake of the offerings made to them during that Putrakamishti Yaga. Of course, destiny also played a part. Then all those celestials, gods, they went to Vaikuntha to tell their vows and problems, what was happening in the world. They went to Vaikuntha, they prayed to Lord Vishnu. What did they pray? Addressing the great Lord Vishnu, vented their sufferings at the hands of Ravana, who became invincible to Devas from the Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma's boon. So Chaturmukha Brahma had given him so many boons by his tapasya. Intoxicated with that boon, Ravana was torturing everybody. All the three worlds were quaking with fear of Ravana. Ravana was jealous and so was insulting and hating all the gods, 8 divine rulers of the 8 directions of the compass, and was seeking for every opportunity to humiliate the rishis, the good people, the sadhus, and also humiliate all the gods. And he was not allowing them to function properly. He was always waiting for an opportunity to humiliate Indra, the king of gods. And also Surya, the sun god, was afraid to shine freely. And so also the wind god Vayu, and even the ocean god Varuna stilled his reckless waves if Ravana was nearby. They were all afraid of Ravana. So, hearing all their vows, the great omniscient God Vishnu thought over the matter and told them that a plan has struck him. Then you should know that why did he devise this plan? Lord Brahma had a soft corner to Ravana. Why? Because Ravana was his great grandson. He had interfered on behalf of Ravana when he was in the dire state at the hands of some god celestial like Yama and the great archer king Kartavirya-Arjuna. So Brahma had interfered and given back his life then. But when the matters had thus come to a head, Brahma informed the celestial assembled about the weakness of Ravana, that his boon would not protect him from human beings and also Vanaras. So he had not asked immunity from the human beings or the Vanaras because he thought they were weak and they could not do anything to him. So this was the weakness of Ravana. So now we can see Nemesis, destiny, always seeks out such weak spots in the armor of the wicked and further dilutes them. So whatever the wicked can think of escaping from destiny, from the Lord, there will be some loopholes. So don't get egoistic and trouble the good people, you will be in trouble. So now the Lord Vishnu, when all the gods and all the rishis prayed to him to help from the troubles of Ravana, so the great Lord Vishnu, Lord of the universe in great splendor and in Pitambara, the golden dress, having in his 4 arms the conch, the chakra, the mace, Gada, appeared on the scene, and all the celestial bowed down to him and prayed to him thus: O Lord Vishnu, you are our supreme refuge. We implore you for the welfare of the world, Loka Kalyana, to incarnate as a human being, to destroy all the enemies led by Ravana, exceedingly mighty and further augmented by the boons by Brahma, which made him invincible from us. Ravana is born to be the problem of all the three worlds, Lokakantaka. The brute of that Rakshasa is harassing all of us most cruelly. The rishis, the good people, the ascetics being also his victims, and also the nymphs in the company of Gandharvas, and the great garden of Swarga of Lord Indra. So everything is destroyed and he creates problem to everybody. So now, Lord, here you see King Dasharatha, the most righteous king on earth, most revered ruler of Ayodhya, and who can compare with great rishis. His three queens are like shyness for even a minute lapse, prosperity, fame in human form. So hence, Lord, they deserve your incarnation as their four sons. Then the great God Vishnu granted them the boon accordingly and promised to destroy Ravana and his hold of root and branch and rule over the earth for 11,000 years as Sri Ramachandra. And then after 11,000 years, he would return back to Vaikuntha, the most sacred and everlasting and transcendental world of Vishnu. Then all the celestials, the gods, became very happy. Angels worshipped him with holy hymns. Then Lord Vishnu disappeared, taking leave of Lord Brahma. The great yajna here in Ayodhya was proceeding as its climax. In the midst of the sacred flames, there appeared a majestic celestial figure of unearthly splendor and prowess, like the noonday sun or a blazing flame, with a red face and beautiful and striking, with hair on the head like the lion's one, and moustache like the most powerful tiger, and clad in black and red and wearing celestial ornaments, and looking very auspicious and blessed. He was of colossal stature, and his voice was like that of thunder. He had in his hands firmly grasped a vessel of gold with a lid of silver, filled with the divine nectar, the fluid. The vessel was also heavy, the Lord of Lords, Vishnu, being inside that in that liquid form. He addressed that celestial who bought this vessel. He addressed Dasharatha, saying that the God Prajapati, the creator, has sent through him, that is, Brahma has sent through him, the vessel containing the divine substance, sweet food prepared by the Devas themselves, being duly worshipped by him through the sacrifice. Brahma himself has worshipped that through the sacrifice, yaga. He directed the king to give the divine food to his queens, to have sons as he desired. The blessed king Dasharatha, with utmost devotion and with folded hands and bent head, went round the divine messenger and received the gift. Then the deity vanished in the altar of the yaga. The king was overjoyed as a person in dire poverty at a windfall of great riches to him. With fine diction, Valmiki gives a supreme picture of the divine messenger as he was carrying not a mere boon to the king, but also the destiny of the three worlds. One Ramayana, there are so many versions of Ramayana, gives the impression of a terror-striking spirit in the form of the deity who came. It was the terror-striking to the Asuras, the demons, and the Ravana. It also says that it vanished immediately on placing the golden vessel on the altar, whatever that might be. Now, the king Dasharatha was very happy as great Indra, in the company of great celestial Siddhas and Rishis, gave the divine food to his three queens, Kausalya, Sumitra, and Kaikeyi, in some amusing proportions. Perhaps due to that, Sumitra's son got attached in life, that is Lakshmana, to the son of Kausalya, that is Rama. And the son of Kaikeyi, Bharata, Shatrughna, was attached. Kausalya and Sumitra having each given some portion of their share to Kaikeyi in all lovingness. Soon the great queen showed signs of being divine mothers. The palace shone like the cloudless sky after the rainy season in bright moonlight. A fantastic legend says that the bird knocked off another legend, another Ramayana, fantastic legend, another Ramayana. It is not in Valmiki, but in another this thing. A bird knocked off the portion of this Kaikeyi and took that special yagna prasad and gave it to Anjana Devi, who was doing tapasya in Kishkinda. Near now present day, the Kishkinda is near Bangalore, 250 kilometers on the bank of Tungabhadra. So Anjana Devi, so because of that, Lord Hanuman was born thereby. So this is told in another legend. It is not in Valmiki Ramayana. Now, at the time before Lord Rama was born, something else was also happening. Lord Brahma had instructed the gods, celestials, Indra and other people to do another work, to go and prepare the ground for the birth of Lord Vishnu as Ramachandra. Even before the Lord would come to take incarnation as on the earth as Ramachandra, to set round the ground, to set ready the ground. When the great overlord Vishnu thought of his incarnation, Lord Brahma ordered all the gods, the celestials, to procreate vanaras, monkey-like beings, human beings, bears, bears, the Jambavan and other his followers, etc., with some of their celestial aspects of might and prowess. So they were asked to be born as those vanaras and that bears and other animals, as the only way out of assisting the Lord in destroying Ravana and other Rakshasas. Accordingly, the celestials gave birth to them through great nymphs and Gandharva women. Thus, Vali, like Mahendra mountain, was born with the aspect of Indra, the fiery Sugriva with the sun god, the most intelligent Tara, not the Tara of Vali. From Brihaspati, Gandhamadava was the monkey son of Kubera, Nala, the great builder of Setu, the engineer of Vishwakarma, and all excelling Neela of the fire god Agni, Mainda and Dvivida, and of from the twin gods Ashwini, Sushena from god Varuna, the mighty Sarabha of Parjanya, the great, mighty, glorious Hanuman with adamantine body and rivaling the divine Garuda in speed of flight, was the son of Vayu from the Amsha of Lord Shiva. Similarly, many other vanaras and bears and monkeys and such primate legions upon legions of prodigious strength and prowess, quite corresponding to their celestial origins and capable of assuming any form at will, were born before Sri Ramachandra was born. They could shake the mountains, uproot great trees, could put great seas into violent commotion, could easily cross the seas flying over them, could catch the clouds with their hands and enter the high skies also easily. They knew all missiles. These in turn gave birth to even mightier sons in thousands upon thousands. Even great rishis, siddhas, vidyadharas, celestial serpents, charanas, all celestial beings generated, vanaras, monkeys, all these vanaras and bears spread over all the earth, living in forests and mountains. Each vanara chief had command over lakhs of monkeys and other beasts. And Vali, the mightiest of all of them, being the son of Indra, ruled over them all from Kishkinda. They were all anxious now to kill Ravana and help Ramachandra. When these mighty monkey warriors in countless numbers were before the very gates of Sri Lanka, with Rama having crossed the ocean, one would expect that Ravana would sue for peace. On the other hand, he defied them and prepared for the conflict. I think that this cannot be put in his delusion. He was confident in the overall might of his side, of his whole military mission. It's a poetic device of great poets to show that the counterpart to the hero in high profile, and all the shifts to the hero when the villain is defeated by the hero. From the beginning of the Yuddha, the war, Yuddha Kanda, to the defeat of Ravana. So the Valmiki Ramayana is divided into kandas, different kandas. So in the Yuddha Kanda, the war, that Kanda, Yuddha Kanda, to the death of Ravana, Valmiki throws in suggestions that without Rama and Lakshmana, the whole hosts of these Vanaras would have been decimated, except a few mighty and immortal chiefs like Sugriva, Hanuman, Jambavan, Angada, etc. But the reverse, namely that without the Vanaras' assistance, Ramachandra, the avatar of Lord Vishnu, in all his magnanimity, allowed the Vanaras chief to earn glory and fame by their mighty exploits. That is the speciality. Just now I told the 7 lessons. Ramachandra always would share not only the power, but also the name. He didn't want name. So he was so magnanimous, Lord Ramachandra. That is one of the lessons we have to learn from Ramachandra. So now we will discuss the birth of Sri Ramachandra in the tomorrow's class. Now, all the celestials were pleased with the sacrificial offerings, and on the avatara they showered the avatara, Kambaramana it is told, the flowers of the great Kalpavriksha, and then went to their celestial abode, while their aspects remained behind on earth to generate the Vanaras and the bears. While their aspect remained there, the king took leave of Dasharatha. The kings, all other kings who had assembled in the Putrakameshti Yaga, they all took leave of Dasharatha. And after worshipping Dasharatha, the king took leave of Dasharatha after worshipping Vasishta. So to every one of their retinue, Dasharatha gave costly cloths and gifts. The great sage Rishyashringa with his wife Shanta Devi and accompanied by the king Romapada also took leave of Dasharatha, showering blessings on him. Brahmins were the last to depart, duly and magnificently rewarded by Dasharatha after the Putrakameshti Yaga and profusely blessing them. 1 year passed in joyful expectancy. On the most auspicious and the rarest of the rarest moment. Now, what is going to happen? We will see in tomorrow's Ramayana week. We will see the birth of Ramachandra in the tomorrow's class, and we will go on thinking and seeing the sports, the Divya Leela of Balaka Rama, the boy Rama, and how he grew up, how he became a great warrior, and how he killed Ravana. We will be all thinking, meditating on the divine sports of Ramachandra, and we will be blessed. So now we will go to the next program, that is the Bhajans, and after that there will be announcement, and there will be the closing songs and the Arati. Please weave all these things. Seeing the Arati of Rama is very important. It is the important aspect of the puja. So let us enjoy all these things, different aspect of Sri Ramachandra, and be blessed. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sri Ramachandra Arpanamastu.
असुर सरसिज भव गरुडार्चित हरसुर सरसिज भव गरुडार्चित राम पालय दशरथ राम पालय वसुधेश्वर दश शिरमदखण्डन वसुधेश्वर दश शिरमदखण्डन राम पालय दशरथ राम पालय इन्दुवदन दश स्यन्दननन्दन इन्दुवदन दश स्यन्दननन्दन राम पालय दशरथ राम पालय करुणाकर तरणिज वरदायक करुणाकर तरणिज वरदायक राम पालय दशरथ राम पालय वर नरसिंह दासार्चित पादुक वर नरसिंह दासार्चित पादुक राम पालय दशरथ राम पालय राम पालय दशरथ राम पालय दशरथ राम पालय दशरथ राम पालय चवर डुलावे, आरती राम तुम्हारी, जय जय आरती राम तुम्हारी। पीतवसन वैजयन्ती माला, पीतवसन वैजयन्ती माला, मेघवरन तनु नयन विशाला, मेघवरन तनु नयन विशाला, आरती राम तुम्हारी, जय जय आरती राम तुम्हारी। छत्र धरत है लक्ष्मण भ्राता, छत्र धरत है लक्ष्मण भ्राता, आरती करता है कौसल्य माता, आरती करता है कौसल्य माता, आरती राम तुम्हारी, जय जय आरती राम तुम्हारी। सम्मुख शरण रहे हनुबीरा, सम्मुख शरण रहे हनुबीरा, बार